Most of our clients were already paying fees prior to the law changing, so for those particular clients it wasn't as difficult as it might have been. Some of the things that did come out of it though were our ability to innovate increased. We had to look at new ways of creating value, new ways of communicating with staff. Historically, commission used to pay for one-to-one advice primarily. With that going, we needed to find new ways that we could still communicate with people and get them engaged. And so we've created things like My Benefits at Work as part of the group, which is something online for people to engage with rather than having to have someone sitting face to face. So I would say the change in the post-commission world has meant that we've broadened our services. Historically, we were fairly niche in the sense that we provided a lot of one-to-one financial advice in the workplace. We were always clear between the employee advice and the employer advice. However, as a result of the changes, we've broadened the proposition, become more innovative. We've created My Benefits at Work, which is an online website for communicating benefits through video and simple language online. And in addition, our financial education program, which is more of a broader conversation around money rather than just the benefits themselves. So we connect the benefits with the outside world, things like mortgages, life assurance, trusts, wills and so on, and connecting that to the benefits they get in the workplace. So we collect a lot of management information. So part of what we do is to measure the action that people take. We think that's a really good way of demonstrating the value that we add. And action can be measured in lots of different ways, but in pensions, for example, it could be whether people change their retirement age, whether they change their investment fund, whether they change their contribution levels. And we like to start with the before and after picture. So we look at what happened, what position they were in before, and then look again after the implementation and show the value that's been added. And then that's something we revisit each year as part of our ongoing governance process. Well, we internally have used quite a lot of neuro-linguistic programming in the training that we've done for our people that we use to present. So that's using things like behavioural economics to get people to be nudged into making better decisions. We've introduced something called Second Chance, which enables people to passively opt to increase their contributions each year. So in effect, what they do is agree to give up a certain amount of their salary each year to increase their pension contributions. Therefore, they're not having to revisit it. It's a bit like auto-enrollment in the sense that people are apathetic, they don't opt out, in the same basis that people will continue to increase their contributions by apathy, really, by not having to opt out. So we call that Second Chance. It works better when it's worked alongside the employee education program. You know, clearly people want to know what they're doing, what they're signing up for, but that's been a really good way of doing it. I think the other way is, you've got to keep talking to people. Just because someone's not interested in pensions this year doesn't mean that next year it might not be the year that they want to try and sort it out. So keeping that communication going, keeping it fresh, keeping it interesting. Well, I think we've all been aware it's coming for some time, the auto-enrollment surge. So we built our proposition called Enrolls Me. It's a web-based proposition to assist with the smaller businesses and the high volumes of it. We've been building it and testing it for about 2 years, and that's been successful at the end of last year and into this year. So very much aimed at those businesses that want to kind of do the minimum, I guess, and looking to ensure that they comply. It's a 3-step process which they can follow online. We also have our traditional services, so it's not only an online service. People can get face-to-face advice and consultancy. So it's still a multifaceted approach, but we see more and more people going online. So Pensions Freedom has brought about some change internally. We've created our own financial concierge, and that's a telephone-based service, so employees within organisations can phone it up and get help as to what they should be doing with regards to pensions freedom. And the financial concierge is well trained. Obviously they need to understand which is the most appropriate way to direct people. So it could be to pensions wise for something free. It could be a more restricted advice model with advice with a small a, not a personal recommendation. Or it could be a referral into our private client team who can go in and give fully regulated individual advice for the right people.